Hey everybody, welcome back to Learning to DIY. Today we're going to open the new 6-gallon Ryobi vacuum with attachments, and we're going to see how it runs. I'm going to need a battery. So let's get her open. I haven't done, well, I did a review for the 3-gallon. I don't know if it's posted yet because I'm kind of doing stuff out of order lately, and I usually have my knife, but this is what happens when you don't have your knife. You have to use the tip of a screw. But anyway, I did a review on the 3-gallon, and it's good, it's fine, 3 gallons, whatever. But I chastised some people for criticizing it once, and I was like, okay, I regret that now, because it's not the capacity. The attachments tend to fall off, and 3 gallons is fine for a lot of stuff. Anyway, you'll see it on that review. Let's get this open. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm still here. It's big. Hey, we'll look at that closer in a minute. Okay. Okay. So, I guess I should turn this toward you. So this little thing was on top. And then you have the hose and extension, another extension, and yeah. Oh, hold on. Crevice tool. Whew. You might notice I'm dressed a little differently. My management team has decided that I should dress up for my videos so that I can get corporate sponsorships, which is fine. I don't mind dressing up a little bit. Wow. They really, you know what? I'm gonna go get some tools. Okay, we're still working on improving the camera and sound, but for now I'm wearing headphones because it's really the best sound that I have. So this comes zip tied to the wheel, which is kind of weird. Okay, so I got us a 4 amp hour battery, an HP battery. Looks like we've got the 2 extension. It's a crevice tool. Just taking a quick cursory look here, I'm seeing several things I like. This is for attachments, so I'm sure this one could go on like this. Crevice tool. Looks like it's got room for a couple more. Got room up here, holders for the extensions, which is nice. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clip this. Get that zip tie off of there. So it like balances on these, well, not balances, but like whichever side's heavier. It's like it's always going to be on wheels. So if you need to lock it in place, that's not going to happen unless you put it in a, well, I guess like a 12-pack box or a case of beer, case of Coke box would work to. Not really. But anyway, handhold here, handhold in back, so you can carry it from back or front. Plus you got the handle up here, and then it's got 2 handles on the sides, which is nice. Okay, on top, you can see there's a power button here. Looks like they've got a 1 and a 2 mark for the 2 speeds. I got that protected. That makes me think they didn't want the paint to rub off in transit, which makes me wonder if I need to go over that with an enamel to keep those fresh, or some kind of protectant. Oh, a little tag. It says blower port. Well, oh, blower port up top. So over here is the blower port. So it's a blower too, which is nice. And then the, yeah. Wow, I wonder if you could use it if it's strong enough to be a leaf blower. You might try that out. I mean, it supposedly has a good little motor on it. It says model number PCL 735. So if you're interested in that. Anyway, here's the battery port. So that's kind of nice. It is rather smooth on the bottom. But of course, you know, it's molded plastic, whatever. Let's see if it came with a filter, because I know they make a filter for these. And a bag. I think they make a bag for it. I have to check that out. Okay. Oh, there's the filter. I don't think it's a true HEPA filter because I looked for those. I don't think they offer a true HEPA filter for these right now. So, I'm going to keep an eye out for that, see if they actually decide to. I think I'm going to put this in upside down. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So, the inside, I mean, look at all those mold lines or whatever. I'm going to wish, I'm going to need a vacuum to vacuum this out with all those little lines and crevices in there without a bag. But, yeah, I don't see a place to hook up a bag. I know that this is like a twist and pull. Okay, it does have a float to keep the water from going up in the mechanism there. And looks like that snaps in, so you could snap that out if you needed to, for like if you needed to get up in there for some reason, I don't know. Let's see, and then we'll put this back on. Let's just lock in place. Okay, we'll put this back on here and we'll test it out. Okay. Got that. These go on right there. Just clip on. Let's say we give this a spin around the block. See what it can do. I'm kind of anxious to see. Okay. Hook it up. Looks like, okay, this is the side that the hose fits in, and it's a clip-on. My tie, by the way, is not a clip-on. This took a lot of effort. Okay, got that. And do we need an extension? Probably not yet. But you know, sometimes there's some cleanup after you unbox an item. So here we have a convenient pile of little bits of, tiny bits of gravel, and some, I don't know where those zip ties came from, and stuff. We'll see how this sucks up. Actually, I think this, yeah, that's way too big. Okay, so we'll suck this up, or see how it sucks up. Pine needles, leaves, twigs, dirt, seeds, and gravel. Let's start there. Wow. Got a powerful little engine. Sounds like it went all the way through. bit of so you can see what can fit through pretty much goes in. That's like a piece of firewood. Dang. Okay. That was actually fun. Let's dump this out and try the next thing. Take the hose off. The hose does wrap around the top, so there is storage for these things. Looks like it'll keep it in. Alright, take this off. Oops. That's not a terrible mess. I mean, I think I could. I'll put this in a safe place. Yep, I recycle. Okay. Let's put this back on and we'll try some other stuff. Oh, I guess I jostled quite a bit and actually put my hand under it and flipped that off, so no fault to the vacuum holder. I didn't actually flip it off, that's crude. Okay. So you're probably thinking to yourself, oh sure, it can handle a few little yard things here and there, a little pile of gravel and stuff, but what of the children? What of the children? Well, let me tell you about the children. Children play with toys. All kinds of toys. These wooden blocks and wooden trucks and wooden race car tracks and wooden things. Like all of this wood. Oh, I lost a couple. What about the children? Well, we're gonna vacuum them up too. I mean, their stuff. We're gonna vacuum up the toys too. Okay, that was, I don't care who you are, that was impressive. I still had it clipped to the top of the vacuum and it took all that out. That's pretty impressive. So now that we got the children handled and all their toys all over the floor, all those wooden toys, because children play with wooden toys. That's all they play with. Everybody's getting wooden toys for Christmas. I'm gonna put these in here. This is the play bucket. This is the Dollar Tree play bucket. That's all they get to play with. Just the Dollar Tree play bucket and the wood blocks. That's all they get. You know what? We'll just mix it with some leaves and pine needles. They can play with pine needles and leaves too. For the children. Okay. Now we're gonna get serious though, because it's a work day and work people have to work. Isn't that right? Like, you know, my wife gets home from her job on the construction site and, you know, all she does, stuff falls out of her pockets. and I have to vacuum it up. It's like I'm home just eating bonbons, and then bam, I have a bunch of heavy screws. Really heavy. Okay, they're not that heavy, but they could be. Let's make them heavier. You know what? Let's add in, what do we got there? Those are pretty big screws, but let's add some, I don't know, 1/2-inch bolts and nuts and whatever to that. I don't need those. These are pretty heavy. This is going to be a real test. I have no clue if this can handle it. Let's find out. Man, things keep falling off. Oh, it's because I keep hitting them. It's like to use this and to store the stuff on it at the same time seems to be a challenge. Okay. All right. Okay. That's two. Oh, got one more. Pretty loud, but I don't know how many decibels. Somebody else is saying. Uh-oh. They're dropping in there. It's not clogged. Let's see if it's clogged up here. Well, let's see. See if any made it in the bucket. I think it looked like it was picking up the screws, but then once it started taking the bolts, I think it got bogged down. Those 1/2-inch bolts aren't light, so. Okay, we have one screw and 3 lock washers. So I'm guessing if you take those individually, you saw me try to take them individually, but there was a lot of stuff already stuck in the hose. Yeah, let me try one or two of these individual nuts without it being clogged up. That work? Yeah. I can still hear screws getting stuck. Okay, I can hear them dropping, and there's still a couple screws in there, so the washers are making it past the screws in the tube. Let's see. Yeah. So I think you'd have to go real slow with that if you're going to pick up heavy stuff like that. I didn't even have it sealed all the way. So this time, yeah, if I go slow, I've got lock washer bolt, lock washer bolt, lock washers. So that, because I went slow, I've got 6 lock washers, 2 screws, and 2 1/2-inch nuts. So I don't know, mixed results. I think if you went with lighter screws, because these are pretty hefty, I don't think you'd have a problem with like small screws. I think that would be okay. Just don't spill a bunch of screws on the floor. But if you do, use a magnet. That's not a great solution, but anyway. Get these back in here. But so far, I like it. It sucks pretty good. I mean, one of those washers was bigger than the hose, so. Okay. You're like, well, you know, it did some stuff, but what about something in between? 1/2-inch bolts and, you know, and basic stuff. Well, I've prepared a little something. We will throw in some pine needles, but I do have some gravel. And dust. And, oh, I missed a couple screws. So let's try gravel just to see how quickly. Here, I'm going to pull out the big twigs because they will hold up the works. Let's see how quickly we can pick this up. As a matter of fact, I'll use a wand. It even tightens it down further. I just want to see how we do. Let's see how fast we can pick this up. Okay, that was a pretty thick pile of gravel. That was pretty quick. I'm impressed. We've pretty much tried. Oh, I know. What if somebody spills a giant thing of diesel fuel and you have to clean it up? You know, on second thought, I don't want to set myself on fire. Let's not do that. Okay. Okay, well, that's a quick demo and unboxing of the 6-gallon wet-dry vac from Ryobi, the PCL 735. I think it's pretty good, and it's even with this stuff in here, I mean, it's pretty light. I can pick it up by any one of these handles and carry it around. I don't think it's bad. I don't know. It's not more than, I don't know, it's not more than 15 or so pounds. I could carry that around. But the nice thing is that it's going to roll wherever you want to go, which I think is better than the 3-gallon. Honestly, I wish they had, since the 3-gallon has, you can put it on the link wall. I think it would be great to put a little thing with wheels, a little training wheels on the bottom of it. That would be cool if you want it to follow you around while you're cleaning. But I like this. I like this better than the 3-gallon. It has its place. This has its place. I think this is going to be better for cleaning out cars because you get another foot at least on the hose, and the hose, it does have a little tiny stretch, but the way they measured the hose on the 3-gallon, it was all stretch. Plus the extensions are great on this, and it's got the attachments, which we didn't even try out because you know how attachments work. I'm sure they're fine. So yeah, thanks for learning with me.